I'd talk to you about eating healthy, and there's so much out there that it can get quite confusing and not knowing what to follow or the advice that you might need to take on. Everybody's different and everyone's goals are different in what they're looking at achieving, but I thought I'd give you a few tips for that would be work for anybody as they start their fitness journey and are wanting to get a little bit more healthier and in charge of their food. So tip number one would be if you struggle with you're always hungry or you feel that you're always hungry, adding a volume to your meals, which means adding fibrous vegetables and low calorie density fruits to your food, to your daily intake. So making sure that you have 5 serves of vegetables and not your sort of carb veggies like your potatoes and things like that, but zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, and all those type of foods that are really low in calories, but they actually make you feel a lot fuller longer, and you can have a lot of them in one serving. And your fruits, try and stick with things like berries, which are really great for antioxidants, but they're also quite low in calories as well, and your watermelons and things like that. So that would be tip number 1. Tip number 2, be careful when you're putting dressings and sauces on your foods or your main meals. They're generally going to be really high in either fats or in sugars. So when you're shopping, look at labels and make sure you're getting things that are in reduced sugar and low fat, so that you can still have those sauces and dressings and add that taste to your meals, but not adding all those extra unwanted calories that you might not be tracking. Number 3 is be careful of the calories that you're drinking. So that means that your full cream coffee, your flat white, your hot chocolate, and even your alcohol, they all count to calories that you're consuming on a daily basis. So a tip here would be to, when you're ordering your coffees, try and stick with skim milk or light, even if you can, go long blacks and things like that, so they're 0 calories. And in regards to your alcohol, try and limit that because about like 150 ml glass of wine is about 38 grams of carbohydrates. And that's equivalent to, let me think, like 3 pieces of bread. So it sounds like a lot when you're eating it, but you don't think about those calories that you're consuming when you're drinking. So that would be tip number 3. Tip number 4 sounds a bit silly, but having an egg style breakfast to get you started throughout the day. Studies have shown that people that consume eggs for breakfast are actually more likely to consume less calories during a 36-hour period than people that consume either no breakfast or a breakfast of cereal or something like that. It could be go down to the fact that you're more satisfied with eggs, a protein style breakfast, but that's also a good tip to put in mind, that if you're having an eggs style breakfast, that you might consume less calories throughout the day, meaning you're not going to overeat throughout the day. My 4 main tips to get you started on eating healthier or wanting to make changes to your diet, but you're not too sure where to start or how to start. Have a go at those tips. Be sure to comment below if you have any tips in regards to eating habits that you might find handy and that you use. I'd love to hear them. But if you want more help in regards to eating plans or anything like that, be sure to reach out. We do provide that for our members and our athletes, and it's something that is that we can really help you with and give you the advice that you might need, or put you in the direction of some advice that you might need. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to give a love heart to me if you enjoyed this.